you care to comment?
On what? This is what this feels like when I put the camera in front of somebody else's face?
Yeah. What are you doing?
So we added a couple of things to the car. We added a wheelie sensor, a laser sensor from, I think, Mad Racing or something. And then we also added a front wheel speed sensor. So we're trying to get it to where if I'm not able to be with the car, we want it to still be able to make a good pass on, you know, even a marginal surface in case he starts wanting to do no prep in the future. He's not always on a perfect track. So we want to make it to where it's always pretty hot, and if the track takes it, it takes it, and if it doesn't, the ECU can modify some stuff to still make a decent pass. And a little bit of safety, like we don't want this thing to accidentally wheelie and it come down real hard, so the wheelie sensor is going to be a huge thing. It's a laser position sensor, and all it's doing is basically telling us the distance from that sensor to the ground. And then we come in here and we make a table that retards a certain amount of timing based on that distance on the ground. So if it gets to, you know, this angle right here, we have it in the table, retarding some timing so that it'll get it back down. Yeah. Okay. So then, but the nice thing is that it's always completely active. So it's not like when it comes up, it cuts anything. It pulls the timing, so it reduces the power, but then as it comes down, that same table is feeding that timing back in. So what we're hoping for is creating a little feedback loop to where we just hover, you know, if it's overpowered, we let it just hover at a certain wheelie. Now, if the chassis is straight, you know, then it'll be okay. We'll still go straight even with the wheels in the air, but we make sure that we don't get those huge wheelies and climb the ring gear and come down real hard. So yeah, that's what we got going on. We made a gear change, so I also have to change a couple of things with having the dump valves come open at the shift point to soften the shift. So I'm going to take a stab at it, just, you know, based on math, but once we get that first log, then we'll know where to reposition all that. We work with though. This is it at rest.
Yeah, I know. That's not really much. It's not resolution.
Yeah, wheelie that we want to settle down. What's just right there?
Do you know do you know what the voltage scaling is?
Yeah. So really, I just want this thing to probably be a little lower at first, but I mean, it kind of makes sense. The suspension range that it has is 1.5 inches. Yeah, like there just is no range.
Oh, so that's 20 volt input?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So. So on that one, let's see. I think it was a little bit of two things that caused him to go left. I think we lined him up a little bit facing left, and then also they're making a bar change right now because we think that it's been steering left. So we're going to try to make a bar change now to compensate for that, because we're probably not going to do a whole lot of runs at lower power anymore, lower than we're at right now. So I think it's time to go ahead and make sure that it's straightened out at the current power that we're leaving at. So the problem is if you steer it one way to account for the power that we're putting into it, but then you lower the power later, like if you want to do a soft run, then it'll start going the opposite way. Hopefully we can get it to go straight. Everything else is pretty decent. The crankcase pressure was a little bit higher than we wanted it to be, so they're turning the pump up a little bit. But again, we got the safety on the crankcase pressure, so if it gets over like 5 psi in there, it just cuts the motor. So yeah, making a couple of power changes is going to ease it in a little bit better, but we want a full pass, so I'm not going to make a crazy change. damn it. Gotta get that thing steering right. Alright, so that one, a couple things went bad. One, it's still steering to the left. We gotta figure out how to straighten that thing out. I don't know if it's, you know, us putting a little bit more power into it, it's steering there. I'm not too sure what. We gotta figure that out chassis-wise. I gotta look at the log, but it looked like the wheelie sensor actually stepped in a little bit, which is, honestly, we didn't need it to step in at that level of a wheelie, but because the chassis is not getting it to go straight right now, then it's probably a good thing that we're being that cautious with the wheelie sensor. So I don't know, we'll take a look at the log, but the other thing was the camera. Hopefully we still get the camera, you can see the footage and see what hit it, but it fell off. So I don't know if it fell off because of wind or if, because he hit the cone. It veered so hard left that by the end of it, he nailed the cone. But I don't know if it was the bumper that nailed it or the camera that nailed it. So we'll have to take a look, but we'll see more when we download the log.
Did he let out of it?
It sounded like there was a cut maybe at the very end.
Okay.
We hit a safety at the end.
Stressful. So, I mean, the car left okay. Power was good, but we were having some issues. That first pass that we tried to do, where it spun real bad, there was a bunch of water coming off the car. At least we thought it was only off the car, because he went through a gnarly puddle on the way back on the previous pass. So we think that's all that happened with that one. Alright guys, sorry for the shakiness and for the highway noise in the background, but so we're here at Flashlight Shootout, but it got canceled. So rain came in, it was super wet. They decided to go ahead and cancel it, but we had a couple of cars here. We asked them, hey, can we rent the track? Just like, you know, single passes. We just want to get some testing on these cars. And they said, yeah. So we're gonna be here with Liam. Tanya's gonna be driving it. Got Troy's Mustang, and then we got Crabtree's Mustang out. So this is gonna be the first pass that we've ever, I guess, gone down the track since he redid the motor on it. New injectors, no idea what the heck it's gonna do. So I just took a guess in there, and we're gonna give it a try. It's got a bunch of safeties in it, so if anything goes wrong, it should go ahead and shut itself down. Crabtree's has no water in it either. We just run it on methanol, we keep it cool with that. We've now made some changes in Troy's car to you know, run it without a cooling system as well. And Liam's just gonna be doing Liam things. So, Tanya's ready to get some passes. And yeah, we're gonna hope for the best. Hopefully Troy's car does what we hope for. I can't really say the times anymore, but with Crabtree's, we're really just looking for it to go down the track. You know, if he gets to floor it, if it does something cool, awesome, that's a bonus, but we just want to send him down the track. It's been over a year since he's been down the track in anything, so all right, fingers crossed to see how it goes. God, that thing is stupid. front brake. I hope it works. Alright, that'll work.
What a hell of a fucking first pass.
Decent guess?
Yeah, not bad.
Those rocks.
Huh?
That thing was just a
Oh, probably, yeah. Ow, god damn it.
What was that shit?
Rocks.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of debris around.
You know how fast you went? How fast do you think you went?
I don't know.
How fast do you think you went?
I don't know. 520.
503. You fucking true. 116, 60 foot.
I don't even think I was all the way in the pedal. Y'all motherfuckers are in trouble. Fucking 60 foot. We ain't got time for 60 foot.
Let's go.
We were talking to Galen before, we were like, we're just gonna have him do like a 330. And we went on this whole story about how his friend, every time we tell him to do 330, it ends up being all the way down the track. I was like, yeah, that's probably what we're gonna get on this one.
Where'd my hat go? I think it's in the trunk.
Yeah, probably.
And that was a good run.
That was good.
Ready to race.
Well, we met
Yep.
the goal.
Yeah, there you go.
Pass off the trailer.
Alright, cool. So we'll take a look at the log and then, yeah, we should be good to go. We're gonna send Tanya down right now. Do you wanna do one, babe? You ready? Okay,
As far as boost
hop in there.
control- As far as boost control, that was with that block.
All the way down. Yeah. And I didn't put the timing back in. I left it out.
Oh yeah, I was just curious. I was just
Felt
curious.
like it was straight as an arrow.
It did. It did.
I'm gonna start it while he's tapping.
Yeah, because it's probably cold, huh? Okay. Yeah. We got all the time in the world to just get a good burnout. If it's not good, fuck, do it again.
You gotta tell me too.
Okay. Ah, damn it, I'm out of battery. Oh no, we're gonna miss Tanya's first pass. God damn. Is he putting it in second in the burnout? I don't think he is. It shut off here because we had set the idle when there was a big vacuum leak. We didn't notice it while we were setting it. By the time we fixed the vacuum leak, we were already in a rush, so we forgot to reset the idle. So no big deal. This car right now is really, really basic compared to what we have going on with Troy's car. We did try to turn on the boost control for this pass. We wanted it to turn up a little bit. We're actually using, so this is a supercharged car, but we're using one of the two blow-off valves that we have on there as a boost control. We're controlling it with a solenoid. Didn't go up. It ran the same exact time on this pass because the boost controller, either it's not getting power or I think we have a wiring issue. It wasn't responding, but this is the lowest possible power we can run in this car. We have a whole bunch of timing out, and we have the lowest boost setting we could possibly have in it. It only goes up in power from here. He said he was going to try to hit a light.
Did he shift early?
Huh? He might have.
It sounded early.
We made him manually shift it. All right, Crabtree's is going well. All right, so we were struggling with all of the cars. We didn't realize it until we tried to get the cars ready and go do another pass. We got everybody ready again. We went back to the staging lanes, and Galen came over and was just like, "It's literally wet out there." And we're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Like, you know, it was humid all day, but it got to the right temperature and everything started condensing on the track. I mean, we could literally slide across the track on a normally incredibly well prepped surface. So those guys did awesome, and even making it possible to even be able to do passes. Really huge thanks goes out to all of those dudes making it happen, getting us some test passes. And honestly, we got some really good data. I mean, Liam, we were honestly just coming out having a little bit of fun. I wanted to start turning up the boost in there since we haven't had a whole lot of time to do high boost without the intercooler. But and then obviously Crabtree's car, I mean, that was just awesome to send him down the track and for it to go so well for him. Really looking forward to turning up the boost control on that to see what kind of control we actually have. Is it going to be fast or slow, like, you know, a lazy acting blow-off valve? Really curious to get into that. I've wanted to do that for a long time, and we just never had a setup that was kind of catered to do that. So but with Troy's, that was, I mean, granted, he got a personal best this weekend, but the main benefit, I think, for the passes that he did were the crappy passes. I was trying to populate the slip ratio table between front wheel speed and rear wheel speed, so I got some great data for that because he spun a couple of times. And then that table will enable me to start populating the timing retard tables for traction control. So all of this goes into, you know, helping him be more consistent and, you know, and capable of running the car if for some reason I can't get there. It also helps me be able to look at a log, and I have more information to make decisions if I'm not there, but I'm able to, you know, help tune remotely. So yeah, I think overall they were good passes, whether they were good or bad passes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so as usual, like, share, subscribe. If you want to help us out even more, click the join button. You get access to exclusive content, early release on videos like this. Everybody that's a member right now, or some of the members, got to see this video yesterday. So check it out. There's a couple different levels. See what you like. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.